Bradley Stalder here with the Player Profiler Projections team, and I'm going to bring you 3 of the boldest projections for week number 14. We crushed it for you last week, though, with Adam Thielen 15 spots ahead of consensus, and Thielen finished as the wide receiver 6 overall. It was a big win for the Player Profiler Projections team. And then also fading Tank Bigsby into oblivion. The consensus had Tank Bigsby at RB37. We ranked him RB50, and he finished RB51. Talk about precision. Chef's kiss. We're going to get you the win here in week 14, the playoff push, and we're going to start with Isaac Guerendo. Isaac Guerendo is going to be the lead back for San Francisco. Patrick Taylor may get sprinkled in, maybe Izzy Abanikanda, others. Isaac Guerendo has been the go-to guy after Jordan Mason has missed time here and there. Mason on the injured reserve, Christian McCaffrey on the injured reserve. Should you start Isaac Guerendo? The answer is yes. We've seen Isaac Guerendo earn multiple games with double-digit carries, and he's finished as a top 10 back in a week so far this season. We have Isaac Guerendo as our running back 7 projected. Our consensus is RB15, so there is a little bit of question from the consensus of should we start Isaac Guerendo. The answer is a resounding yes. And Chicago on the season has allowed the 19th most fantasy points to running backs, but they're getting gashed. They're getting gashed on the defensive line as of late, so we need to be more confident. Fire up Isaac Guerendo against Chicago Bears in week 14. All right, next up, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, you thought, okay, he had a big game last week, top 12 performance, got the touchdown. Is he back? The Player Profiler Projections team says no, he is not back. The consensus rankings on Fantasy Pros, expert consensus wide receiver 12. We have Tyreek Hill projected wide receiver 21. The target share still not great. It was just the third time since week 5 that Tyreek Hill has earned 9 targets. Came down with 6 of them in week 13 against Green Bay when the game was pretty much over. Like the Packers, they trounced the Dolphins in the first half and then let the Dolphins, get some easy points in the second half. No. This is the New York Jets secondary. Yes, Sauce Gardner probably not going to shadow, but we should still view this as a lower scoring game, one that I don't expect to get into a shootout. Tyreek Hill not commanding the targets that he's commanded in the past and not winning downfield, still dealing with the wrist injury that's been nagging him all season. We shouldn't have a high level of confidence in this game where the Dolphins are favored, which means they may look to run the ball a little bit more. We expect lower volume in this contest for Tyreek Hill. Fade Tyreek Hill. There are other options. He's outside the top 20 of wide receivers in our projections. The final play is rookie yet again, running back Isaiah Davis. Now, if you're watching this, you probably have heard that Breece Hall is doubtful for week 14. Braylon Allen is the real hot pick right now, but Isaiah Davis, also a 5th round pick in this year's draft. And you know what? I was surprised that the Jets double tapped Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis. Davis over 1,400 rushing yards each of the last 2 seasons at South Dakota State. 12 or more total touchdowns during that time, 20 or more receptions during that time. It felt kind of like a redundant skill set, but Isaiah Davis last week ran 10 routes. He was playing some third down role. He was the third down back. And with Breece Hall earning a 13% target share on the season, you could see a significant amount of those targets out of the backfield of an Aaron Rodgers offense going to Isaiah Davis. He only had 1 carry, but Isaiah Davis finished as a top 22 running back last week. And our projections have Isaiah Davis as a top 24 running back. Where's Braylon Allen? Running back 23. So both of these guys, back end running back 2 possibilities. It's a phenomenal matchup. as the Miami Dolphins have allowed the 5th most fantasy points to running backs on the season. So fire up your Braylon Allens, fire up your Isaiah Davis as low-end running back 2s. But Isaiah Davis on a lot of waiver wires, pick him up. He is a start possible, a flex possibility, depending upon who else you have in your league. All right, everyone, good luck with week 14. Until next time, we'll see you in the fantasy playoffs.